first session is Mr. Zafar Khan. Mr. Zafar Khan graduated as a mechanical engineer and soon thereafter joined Exxon, which following an employee-led buyout became known as Engro. He served the company for 35 years. The last 6 years was as CEO. Upon retirement, he served as chairman of PTCL, Karachi Stock Exchange, and PIA. Currently, he is an adjunct professor of IBA, where he teaches human resource management. Mr. Khan completed an advanced management program from the University of Hawaii and has undertaken several short courses from the Harvard Business School and INSEAD. Mr. Khan has served on a number of diverse boards in the private sector, public sector, and civil society organization. Current board appointments include Security Printing Corporation of Pakistan, Benazir Income Support Program, Data Check Limited, Acumen Pakistan, and Pakistan Center for Philanthropy. Mr. Khan is a recipient of Sitara Imtiaz. I would like to invite Mr. Jafar Hussain, Mr. Ziaul Mustafa, and Mr. Abdul Rahim Surya on the stage to welcome Mr. Zafar Khan. Thank you. Now, I would like to invite Mr. Zafar Khan on stage and request him to distribute the awards to the winning companies. Thank you. The first sector is the banking sector, with a market capitalization of 1.229 trillion and boasting a total of 20 listed companies. Pakistan banking sector is characterized by healthy profitability growth driven by recent monetary tightening, which is expected to more than compensate for slowdown in asset growth and any potential increases in credit cost. In addition, guidelines in the recent asset declaration scheme and federal budget leading to increasing documentation of the economy. Initiatives such as routing white money through banking channels, increasing of filers of tax returns, and expected to gradually increase deposits of the banking sector. Meanwhile, NPL stock accretion is foreseen to remain within manageable limit due to, beside others, one cautious approach on improving asset quality since year 2009, diversification in income stream, and relatively lower debt leverage held by corporate sector. We have 3 positions in banking sector, and the number 3 position goes to a commercial bank which was incorporated in June 1992 and commenced its banking operation on November 1992. The bank is operating through 649 branches, including 478 conventional banking branches, 10 overseas, and 152 banking branches, Islamic banking branches. Managing a deposit of rupees 688 billion, we have at number 3, Bank Al-Falah Limited. I request Mr. Amin Sokhiani, Financial Controller, to receive the award. At number 2 position, we have a scheduled bank engaged in commercial banking and related services. The bank operates a total of 1,345 branches in Pakistan, including 117 Islamic banking branches, 1 in Karachi Export Processing Zone, and 1 wholesale banking branch in Bahrain. With a deposit base of 1.008 trillion, we have at number 2 position, Allied Bank Limited. I request Mr. Mansoor, the group head, group financial head, to receive the award. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, for number 1 position, we have a banking company engaged in commercial banking and related services and operating through 1,375 branches within Pakistan and 11 branches outside, backed by a large conglomerate. At number 1, we have a bank with a deposit base of 1.066 trillion, MCB Bank Limited. I would request Mr. Asfar Alam Nomani, Head of RBG South, to receive the award. Here I would like to mention that MCB has been winning this award for last 10 years and attaining the first position for last 6 consecutive years. Mr. Nomani, please share a few words with the audience. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum ji. Like you said, sir, getting to the first position is very difficult, very hard, but maintaining it for last 10 years is, I think, the hardest part. And to keep on winning year after year after year shows the commitment of the bank towards excellence, transparency. And I thank you, the committee, for the confidence shown in MCB. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Nomani. The second sector is cement sector. With a market capitalization of rupees 273 billion and having a total of 18 listed companies, Pakistan cement sector has enjoyed a dream run on the PSX for more than a decade. However, this sector has witnessed some pressure during the recent past on account of 1, pricing indiscipline leading to a steep fall in cement retention price, particularly in North, 2, weak local dispatches, 3, rising finance cost, 4, surge in energy and gas tariffs, and 5, increase in cement capacities in a scenario of modest cement demand, thereby leading to lower profitability and hence weak cash flows for the overall sector. Some exclusions, however, remain. So we have 3 positions for the cement sector, and at number 3 we have Gerard Cement Company Limited, and I would request Mr. Yasir Masood, Executive Director and CFO of the company, to receive the award. Gerard Cement is a public limited by shares in year 1981. Its main business activity is manufacturing, marketing and sale of cement. Major shareholder of the company include Farooq Private Limited, Mirpur Khas Sugar Limited, Gerard Packaging, Greece Pakistan and Zensoft Private Limited. At number 2, we have Lucky Cement Limited. And I would request Mr. Sayyid Numan Hassan, Executive Director, to receive the award. Lucky Cement was incorporated in Pakistan on September 18, 1993 and subsequently listed on Pakistan Stock Exchange. The company has also issued global depository receipts which are listed and traded on professional securities market at the London Stock Exchange. The company has 2 production facilities, one at Lucky Marwat in KPK and other at Main Superhighway in Karachi. At number 1 position, we have Maple Leaf Cement. And I would request Mr. Muhammad Ali Rahmat, DGM Finance, to receive the award. Maple Leaf is one of the oldest cement factories in Pakistan, incorporated on 13th April 1960. Its cement factory is located at Iskandarabad district, Mianwali, in the province of Punjab. It's a subsidiary of Keynote Textile Mills Limited. Mr. Rahmat, few words, please.
Assalamu alaikum. First of all, I would like to thank Almighty Allah. I'm thankful to board and management who have strong belief in transparent corporate reporting. I'm also thankful to financial reporting team who work really hard even on nights to make this happen. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. This third sector is chemical and fertilizers. With a market capitalization of rupees 429 billion and having 7 listed companies within the sector, Pakistan fertilizer sector is characterized by improved profitability led by a blend of increased fertilizer offtake and rising retention price. The pending decision on GIDC is likely to be a key checkpoint for the sector, however. So we have 3 positions, and at number 3, we have ICI Pakistan Limited, and I would request Mr. Abid Ganatra, Executive Director, CFO, to receive the award. ICI is a subsidiary of Lucky Holding Limited, which is a subsidiary of Lucky Cement Limited and is engaged in the manufacturing of polyester, staple fiber, soda ash, specialty chemicals, sodium bicarbonate. It is also act as an indenting agent and toll manufacturer. The number 2 position goes to Angro Fertilizers Limited, and I would request Mr. Imran Ahmed, CFO, to receive the award. Angro Fertilizer is a wholly owned subsidiary of Angro Corporation Limited, incorporated on June 29, 2009. So major shareholder of the company is Angro Corporation Limited. And the number 1 position goes to Fauji Fertilizers Company Limited. Mr. Ziauddin, Senior Manager Treasury and Projects, please come over and receive your award. The principal activity of Fauji Fertilizer Company Limited is manufacturing, purchasing and marketing of fertilizers and chemicals, including investment in other fertilizer, chemical, cement, energy generation, food processing and banking operations. Major shareholders of the company include Fauji Foundation and State Life. Thank you. Please, your word.
Assalamu alaikum. Thank you very much, CA and ICMA Pakistan, for bestowing this award. This is our 15th award in the chemical sector, and I'm happy that we were able to maintain our position from the last many years. Thank you so much.
Next sector is engineering and autos. With a market capitalization of rupees 264 billion and boasting a total of 19 listed companies, Pakistan auto sector has been a positive contributor to country's economy while favorably impacting people's lives by ensuring provisions of affordable cars for the masses. However, as of today, challenges on the macroeconomic front are being reflected in the form of modest auto sales and rising auto retail prices. Engineering, with a market capitalization of rupees 46 billion and 16 listed companies, Pakistan engineering sector is characterized by soaring input cost due to PKR devaluation, limited ability to pass on input cost increase to consumers, and slowdown in construction activity due to lower public spending and regulatory tightening of real estate market. We have 3 positions for this sector, and at number 3 position, we have Pak Electron Limited. And I would request Mr. Mohammad Wasim, a financial controller, to receive the award. Pak Electron was incorporated on March 3, 1956 as public limited company. The principal activity of PEL is manufacturing and sale of electrical, capital goods, and domestic appliances. Major shareholders of the company include Mr. Naseem Sehgal and Mrs. Amber Harun Sehgal. Ladies and gentlemen, the number 2 position goes to International Industries Limited, and I would request Mr. Zain Kamal Chinoy, Head of Global, to receive the award, Global Seasoning Marketing. International Industries incorporated in Pakistan in 1948 and quoted on Pakistan Stock Exchange. The company is engaged in the business of manufacturing and marketing of galvanized steel pipes, precision steel tubes, API line pipes, polyethylene pipes, and PPRC pipes. Major shareholders of the company include Pakistan Cables and directors of the company. The number 1 position goes to Al Ghazi Tractors Limited, and I would request Mr. Mohammad Shahid Hussain, the CEO and MD of the company, to receive the award. Al Ghazi Tractor was incorporated in Pakistan in June 1983, with its share quoted on Pakistan Stock Exchange. The company is principally engaged in the manufacture and sale of agriculture tractors, implements, and spare parts. Major shareholders of the company include Al Futtaim Industries and CNH Industries NV. Shai Saab, few words, please.
Well, first of all, my thanks to the committee, the jury that gave us this honor. It was quite a few years back we honored to get the first position, and thereafter we have been striving. Last year was runners-up, so we're really happy that our efforts have paid off, and very thankful to the committee again. Thank you very much.
Beside these 3 positions, we have certificate of merit for 6 companies, and I will call them in alphabetic order. First is Aisha Steel, and I would request Mr. Umair Noor to receive the award. Certificate, rather. Atlas Honda Limited, Mr. Afaq Ahmed, Vice President, Marketing. Crescent Steel and Allied Products Limited, Mr. Saad Thariani. Pakistan Cables Limited, Mr. Mushtaba Hussain, CFO. Pakistan Cables Limited. Okay, the next one is, okay. I'm sorry. It's Mr. Fad Chinoy, right? Yeah. I see. Mughal Iron and Steel, Mr. Kamran Bimra. Mughal Steel. And the last one is International Steel. Mr. Mushtaba Hussain, please. Thank you very much. The next sector is pharmaceutical sector. Pakistan pharma industry is very vibrant and dynamic, comprising more than 700 units. It has a listed market capitalization of PKR 151 billion and boasts a total of 12 listed companies. Pakistan pharma industry is a knowledge-based industry that is going through a transition phase of modernization to cater local pharmaceutical requirements and to access more regulated market like Europe and USA. Pharma sector, export sector is currently earning $230 million and has a potential to expand up to $2 billion. Now it's time for BCR award for pharmaceutical sector, and we have one position in this category, and the award goes to Abbott Laboratories Pakistan Limited. Mr. Jamshed Akhtar, the Director of Finance. Yeah, please.
Assalamu alaikum ji. Thank you so very much to the committee. First of all, we used to be clubbed with the chemical and fertilizer sector. I think this is a more like with like comparison, so it's really good to, lead the category. I just want to use this stage and this opportunity to talk about something completely unrelated. Today, when we were entering the venue for the event, there was one line that was supposed to be for the event. And a lot of us chose to, include a parallel line that stopped the entire traffic for no reason. All of us are very well-educated people. And, just use this opportunity to, pass on this message. It takes just 5 more minutes to stand in line and not get everybody in the way. So, while we strive for transparency and fairness and everything else we do, let's also do that for traffic in Pakistan. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I would request both the presidents and chairman to please take the seat and request Zafar Saab to please have.
Ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum, and very good morning to all of you. First of all, I'd like to thank ICAP and ICMAP for inviting me to this event. I honestly am feeling very honored looking at this distinguished gathering here. Many of you whom I know quite well, to be invited as a chief guest is like huge. Thank you. And it's also, frankly, a great pleasure to be here, because when I got a call from Abdul Rahim Surya inviting me to come to this event, he sort of took me down memory lane. And I so recall clearly that it was the first award ceremony, and I think it was the year 2002. And the then Finance Minister of Pakistan, Mr. Shaukat Aziz, was the chief guest. And I had the privilege and pleasure to get the award, Best Category Award for fertilizer in the fertilizer and chemical sector on behalf of Engro Chemical Pakistan Limited. It was really a moment of great pride. And I think I still have those photographs in my house, Zafar, and yours you're there in that photograph. It's a good memory. But I also remember, as we were going through this process here, that Fauji Fertilizer, who have done exceptionally well all these years in receiving these awards and even otherwise, that General Amjad Shoaib was the MD, if my memory serves me right, of Fauji, and he said at that time, "Ye Angro first prize le gaya, ye main dobara na dekhu. Fauji must get this." And my God, Fauji to tha, wo usne aisa threat kiya ki inhone choda hi nahi uske baad. So Fauji has done extremely well. I'm very happy for them. They're a great company. And I know that this system of awards continued, and as I looked through the historical data, I was also very happy to note that there came a point when they started giving best in all categories. And in the year 2012, Engro got the best category award. So Engro's been there right in the forefront. And I'm saying all of this because really it meant a lot. It meant a lot to all of us that we were being recognized. This is one other indicator or sign of professionalism, that you put your report together meticulously, with care, with a lot of thought, so that it projects your company. I would like to take this opportunity to also acknowledge the role that ICAP and ICMA have played, because it was already been said, it was their initiative. They brought this to the fore. And once this happened, the quality of the reports honestly improved significantly. I can recall back, this is now going back many more years, cyclo-style sheets ke upar, wo balance sheet, financial statement, a little narrative used to come out. That was the norm. From there the journey started, triggered by this award ceremony, and today we have really quality reports. It's been said already that Pakistan has done well in this sector in terms of these reports that are being produced. And I was also aware that in the SAARC region countries, many a time we won this award. So that's, recognition for corporate Pakistan. That's recognition for Pakistan. And we usually don't have many good stories that go around the world to project Pakistan, but at least on this score, many a times Pakistan has been appreciated. So that's really wonderful. Now, what this report did, as you know, and I trust all of you would agree with it, that one, it made the reports timely. People are producing these reports within 30 days of closing of the year, whereas statutory period was much greater. I don't know what it is today. It's 4 months. Okay, I thought 90 days, but 4 months. So, timely reports. Secondly, the presentations are nice. It's easy to understand. There is much more depth in the report. It makes for interesting reading. And I think for the companies who invest time and effort to produce this report, it is a great way to project your brand as well. A good report is a projection of your brand. And there's always dividends for that. Now, over the, I have a few minutes, so I'll use that time to kind of recall a few things. I mean, I've been in the corporate world, or been around the corporate world now for nearly 5 decades. That's a long time. And I have seen this process of evolution. I remember the first board meeting I attended when I first came on a board. It was the end of 1982. And I remember how that board meeting went, because it was, huge. You're going to a board meeting, felt very important. But what happened at the board meeting? Not a hell of a lot, really. And a lot of it was rubber stamping. You drank your coffee, exchanged a few things, a few editorial comments here and there. Iski Angrezi theek kar do, ye kar do. That was it. From there to where we are today, and I am a member of several boards, I think the boards are much more robust. There's much better quality of discussion that takes place. And the few things that got done, like having independent directors, having a board audit committee, increased the accountability within the board. You couldn't just pass things off now anymore. Then we came with the HR committee of the board, and it brought the realization that people keep saying people are our most valuable asset, but now the board has to focus on that most valuable asset by virtue of having that board HR committee and remuneration committee. Again, a step up in my view. Then one other aspect that the reports require now is you publish your vision, mission, values, those kind of statements. Now, you can do a cut and paste job. कि करना है, requirement है, इधर से लिया, उधर से लिया, वो कर दिया. But believe me, I'll say from my Engro experience that if you do your vision, mission and values well, if you do it with the involvement of the organization, you create a much better sense of direction, a much better corporate culture. You kind of create a direction which the rest of the organization begins to follow. There may be many reasons Engro had success. I think one of the reasons Engro had success, and I have some of my colleagues sitting here from Engro also, Yaqub Sattar and others, is because we had a vision, mission and value statement. It gave us that sense of direction. So वो भी अब आपके annual reports में आ रहे हैं, which is good for the shareholders to know where is it going, what's happening, and so on and so forth. Now, these things evolve, they will continue to evolve. Much more is going to happen in Pakistan as well. I do acknowledge that a lot has happened, and I've already talked about it, but there is much more that is going to happen. And for example, a few things that I get a sense for, I'm not an expert on it, but a little bit of reading and feeling that you go around, is the shift that's taking place from being a very shareholder-centric organization to recognizing more broadly and with a lot of importance all the other stakeholders. Milton Friedman ka tha na, all you have to do is make money for the shareholders. That's the purpose of a company. That theory, which ran for so long, is now really being kicked about quite a lot. There's much more than just profits. First, of course, you ask the question how the profit has been made. Everybody likes profit, but how was it made? That's a very important question, and the annual reports and so on, if they do a good job, they explain that. They bring that across of how profit has been made. So that's a change. A much greater focus on all the other stakeholders, as I just said. And they're saying, dekhen, every company, of course profit is important, I don't want to understate that, but every company has a purpose. What is the purpose of your company beyond making money? There should be clarity on what is how are you serving society? Because you are there because society is there. Not because the shareholder is there. You are there because the society is there. Your customers, your consumers, your employees, the whole wider world. So what purpose do you serve? What purpose? You've got to have clarity of that. It may be captured in your mission statement. So bringing that to the fore, that this is what we want, purpose, and of course we want to make profit. And I don't usually like the word profit so much. Let us say you are there to create wealth. You are there to create wealth for your organization, for the society, for the nation, and that's what we kind of see here. So talking of society and how society comes, and it was mentioned that I should maybe make a comment or two on the NPO sector or the civil society NGO sector. Corporate sector is well structured and lots have happened. The civil society sector of Pakistan is an evolving sector. MashaAllah, we've got some really first-class NGOs operating. And some of them, I'm sure we've experienced. You've heard of the Citizens Foundation, outstanding. LRBT, outstanding. And I can go on and on naming several others. They're all doing a wonderful job. But we've got many thousands of NGOs, many of whom are shady. They don't keep proper accounts. They actually deceive the public when they collect money and so on and so forth. So this whole sector obviously needs to be strengthened, because Hamari government, I'm sure most of you will agree, has left a lot of vacuum in a lot of public sector areas, public space ke andar, health, education, this. So these NGOs are coming in and they're filling that in. But we want quality there. So the Pakistan Center for Philanthropy, of which I happen to be the chair, is certifying NGOs, and we have, I think, a very good and a rigorous system of certifying NGOs. कि ये NGO जो है ना, जो इनका purpose है, जो काम कर रहे हैं, जो bookkeeping है, governance है, this is according to a certain standard. Then we certify them. We are also, for some time, जैसे आप लोगों ने ये बेस्ट रिपोर्टिंग का प्रैक्टिस शुरू किया है, वी बीन recognizing companies who do their social responsibility as measured by the amount of money they give in philanthropy. So we have been measuring philanthropy over the years. And just to give you an example, in the year 2000, when we first measured it, corporate philanthropy in Pakistan was about 230 million rupees. In 2000. Last measured, because we do this every year, the last measured one is, I think, still 2016 or 17, abhi wo next one aa jayega. It's well over 7 billion rupees. And we are able to measure it in part because of what you people have done. Ye jo reporting karwate hain aap philanthropy ki, kuch SECP ka support tha. Now, company